Hello Pisces, this is Ashley. We're going to be doing your reading for the week of September 5th. We're going to look at past, present, and future, get an idea of where you've been and where you're headed. We're also going to look at specifically the present moment. I'm seeing as like the time of the new moon in Virgo. So this reading will cover that energy as well. You may want to check out your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements to get a full picture of what might be going on for you this week. And if you would like, I have opened up the September schedule for personal readings, so the link to the website is down below, as is the link to the Cheroklo Connections Instagram, where I do daily posts. So if you're interested in that, definitely give me a follow over on Instagram. And let's get going. If this is your reading, please comment down below. I'd love to hear from you. And remember to like and subscribe to the channel. Let's see what's coming in for Pisces. Alright. We have the Eight of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, and the Nine of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles, the Five of Swords, and the Ace of Swords. We have the Ten of Swords, the Nine of Swords, and the Six of Pentacles. Interesting. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Nine of Pentacles. So could be sort of working on your own resources, kind of stepping into your own personal power, taking good care of yourself, and just overall kind of working on your, specifically your financial stability and independence. You might also have recently decided to work for yourself. The Nine of Pentacles can be an independent when it comes to employment, so like an entrepreneur, that kind of energy. I'm going to set this over here. Alright, so in the past position, we have the Blessed card, the Eight of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Ten of Swords. I do feel like there's a lot of concern about financial stability and whether or not you have the resources to sort of come to a stable place with the Nine of Pentacles. I'm going to real quickly look at that Blessed card. It says something wonderful that is unearned and unexpected. Grace that is often an unforeseen gift from Spirit. And you can see that it's also the master number 22. It's almost like she's riding in the seashell up above the ocean. And there's all these hearts and stars around her. And if you look behind her, she's like being projected forward. It's almost like she's being carried. So it sort of talks of some sort of grace that comes in. But I do feel like you've kind of been in this mental turmoil about potentially financial stability and just whether or not you have the resources to pull this off, whatever this independent venture is for you. But let's have a look. Let's get some more detail. Why do we have the Eight of Swords? The High Priestess could be dealing, well, that's you, Pisces. Could be dealing with another Pisces too. And the Five of Wands. The Queen of Pentacles, we're getting the Four of Pentacles. And the Two of Swords. And with the Ten of Swords, we're getting the Two of Wands. And the Fool. Okay, so I do feel like I'm going to get one more on that Two of Wands, I think. Because I'm getting a couple of things come through here. And we get the Ace of Pentacles. Okay. So I do feel like there's been some situation that has kind of left you in a mentally stuck and conflicted place because we just don't know. With that High Priestess, she can kind of keep her secrets to herself. It can kind of be like what's behind the curtain type of energy. And it could very well be that you've been in this mental conflict about this new beginning that has happened. I do feel like you've had a pretty rough ending here in the recent past. And you've sort of decided to take this leap of faith and go for this new thing. But it does feel like you are definitely feeling the pinch financially and, you know, really wanting to build a new foundation for yourself. But also unsure if this new beginning that you're embarking on is going to be financially stable. Like, is it going to produce and keep you going with the resources in that sort of financial realm? So, yeah, okay. Let's see what's coming in the present moment. We have the full moon, and it's all about power. And so we have the Knight of Pentacles, the Five of Swords, and the Nine of Swords. I just feel like it's moving really slowly. It's like you're taking, or the steps are happening with this Knight of Pentacles to move towards that new stable foundation that you're wanting to build. But it feels like it's causing you to worry because it's going so slow. So let's get some more here. I want to see more about how that power comes into play, because I'm kind of getting both that you have the power to make this happen, but also that it's kind of testing and making you question that personal power, if that makes sense. It's like kind of has you feeling a little bit of doubt, a little bit of fear. Why do we have the Knight of Pentacles? Yeah, towards abundance. It's a slow move towards this abundance, right? And the Ace of Wands. And with the Five of Swords, we're getting the Lovers and the Four of Cups. And with the Nine of Swords, we're getting the Page of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles again. Definitely have some love cards coming in here. So I feel like, though, this is probably a mix of both. And I feel like Pisces, I feel like you had a recent reading like that where it was like, I think it was you, but it was like you have like your business going, you're like really working hard on that, and then love kind of comes into the picture and it's stressing you out further because you're already worried about this other thing. So I do feel like it's been kind of a slow move in the direction of this abundance, right? And that is causing you some mental stress, like because it's like you had this idea, but it's like it's taking its sweet time to manifest into something stable. But I do feel like part of what's happening here with the Lovers and the Four of Cups, I do feel like your higher self is trying to break through that mental chitter chatter that you've got going on and really kind of give you something. It almost feels like this blessing with this Four of Cups. It's like your higher self is trying to guide you and give you that blessing, and you're just not seeing it because you're spending so much time in this mental fretting here. If this is a love situation, I do feel like perhaps you've experienced an ending for sure in the past, specifically with a longer term relationship, and now you're in this Nine of Pentacles energy, single and kind of on your own, working for yourself, taking care of yourself. And it's kind of, this ending in the past has forced you to start on this new beginning. And in some ways, you probably don't yet see it because you're kind of mentally still in this conflicted space about it. But it is a blessing that this has happened, right? And I don't think that will become obvious until later. But it's forced you into this place of really finding and reinvigorating your own personal power. Because overall energy is the Nine of Pentacles, which is pre-Empress energy. And then here we are, the Empress. Okay? And so it's like you're following your passions, you're following your heart, and you're bossing up here with regards to, just being a single person. And I do feel like perhaps there might be love coming in and it's stressing you out. It could be the past person. It could be someone new here that's trying to make you a sincere offer. But I do feel like it's maybe introducing some additional conflict into your life as you are already trying to get something new off the ground. And so I feel like it's sort of a similar story, whether we're talking career and creative endeavor or love. Either way, you're kind of in this single mode working towards your own stability, and stuff shows up that's like, ugh, I don't really want to deal with this. Now, in the future position, we have this awesome card. It's called Sacred Reverence. And I'll quickly read to you what it's talking about. You can see these two hands coming together in the shape of a heart. There's a key here, and then there's a heart here with a key. And it's almost like kind of unlocking this ability to see the intense miracles that are taking place all around you all the time, where maybe you don't give it enough time and attention to really notice them in the past, right? We do have the Nine of Cups, the Ace of Swords, and the Six of Pentacles. So whatever's coming in looks really positive, but real fast I'll read some of that Sacred Reverence, because it almost feels like the key to you're solving some of your situation here. So it says, awe for the truth that spirit is everywhere. Inspiration coming through as a result of reverence, joyful living, exploring possibilities with curiosity, spiritual passion, and manifesting from the starting point of the realm of spirit. Looking at the world, do you see all of life or only a limited part? When you look at a blade of grass, do you just see a plant? Look closer and you'll observe the luminosity immanent in these living beings. If you can allow yourself to take in all the world, including its spirit, then you see the whole. Reverence is an act of deep witnessing, respect, and awe. You experience it when you perceive every being and everything, every plant, rock, and tree as sacred and alive. You naturally lean into a state of bliss and harmony and a profound sense of well-being. Whatever your dilemma or question, try to reframe your perspective to acknowledge the spiritual. If everything has value, including your most frustrating challenges, would you still ask your question from the same place? Can you regard the other as sacred and thereby erase the separation between you? Embracing the perfection of how you came together is real magic. You're now tapping into this unity right now. No matter who or what is in front of you, see that person or thing as luminous and your interaction as holy. Then you will know what to do for the highest good of all. Interesting. And I do feel like perhaps that comes in as a result of this Ace of Swords. So I'm going to clarify this and see what we get here. And perhaps this is playing into that blessing, that grace that you've received that didn't feel like a blessing at the time. It felt like a painful ending right before you kicked off this new beginning for yourself. Let's see if that's somehow coming forward and becoming more obvious to you now. Where do we have the Nine of Cups? The Nine of Pentacles. And the Nine of Swords. Lots of nines. Holy moly. With the Ace of Swords, we have the Queen of Swords. So there's that clarity coming in. And I feel like it gets you out of this stuck energy, which is what we had back here in the past position. What is the Six of Pentacles? We have the Temperance. And the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, so I kind of feel like what I'm seeing with all these nines, Nine of Cups, Nine of Pentacles, Nine of Swords. We have the Nine of Swords here. We have the Nine of Pentacles here. It's almost like you start to see that this whole experience has really been, even when it's challenging, even when it's been stressful, it's been offering you gifts. And suddenly it's like, you can see she's just surrounded by all these like gems and diamonds in this card. It's like a dream come true. And there's like this little genie bottle on the bottom of the card. And so it's like, I feel like the wisdom, the awareness of how this has been just like a beautiful flow, even when it wasn't feeling good, you can look back and see how it played a part, right? But something about this clarity, it's almost like you discover that having been stuck in this unknowing and kind of worrisome place in the past also served you. I'm going to get One more. Like the whole journey has just been one big gift. Like we get the Eight of Wands to clarify that. Queen of Swords. It's like whatever this clarity is, it comes in and it's like it causes things to finally speed up. Like we've had all this slow movement towards abundance, and it's like as soon as you gain this clarity that the whole thing has been happening for you rather than happening to you, then there's movement. And a lot of balance coming in. And I can see that like you're putting in the work to bring about this balance, getting out of this intensely mental energy. 5 of Swords, 9 of Swords, 10 of Swords, 8 of Swords. It's like way too mental. 2 of Swords. It's like striking this balance between integrating what you've learned and, you know, kind of having more of this like alignment between head and heart. I want to get one more on the 7 of Pentacles. Yeah, it's like you're integrating the mental pain, but in a way that serves to bring more physical balance to your experience. And I think it's because this clarity comes in. It's like you start seeing this whole journey as like this amazing miracle. And if you really take a step back, that's kind of what all of them are. It's just that we can kind of get so stuck in the mundane, we lose sight of that reverence that card's talking about. Let's see here. And I feel like it just naturally introduces more patience. And it's like as soon as you have more patience and you're willing to like just let it unfold, then it speeds up. Because you've lost that resistance, right? It's like just on an energetic level, that resistance finally disappears because you're like, okay, I'm just going to enjoy the journey. And then it's like, okay, now we'll go faster. Which of course is like kind of irritating that that's how it works. Yep. It's like really brought in a lot of wisdom. And I feel like that's being integrated. So it's like the emotions, the financial freedom, the mental worry, all of it is kind of playing into this one big gift. And I think you're beginning to see it. It's like a breakthrough kind of clarity comes in. So that looks really nice. It kind of started out a little rocky here, but I think it's turning into something really nice. And it's funny, I pulled this 9 of Pentacles off the bottom of the deck, and I just noticed we have the 9 of Wands here too. So you could be seeing a lot of 9s, a lot of synchronicity, definitely some things coming to an end when it comes to like just the strife. I do feel like you're almost over that hump, right? That you've been kind of worried about. So I feel like you're about to come over the edge of that hump, and it's like smooth sailing, kind of downhill from here kind of energy. So I hope that was helpful, Pisces. Be sure to check out your other placements, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.